Hello, my beautiful spirits. This is a really, really quick video about Pete Hegseth. Is that how you say his name? I have trouble with his last name. Anyway, I wanted to say that I had done a remote yesterday during Taco Tuesdays, and sometimes a remote can hit you boom like that. Sheila talks about that. Where sometimes, boom, I got it. It's like when you walk into a room and okay, I'm leaving. You walk in, you walk out. Within a second, you can size the situation up. Here's the situation with Pete Hedgewith, if that's how you want to pronounce it. I felt when I went in, the card was that it presented him as a king of wands. So this is a guy who's argumentative. He's got that Mars energy. This is a guy that wants to confront, fight, and deal with other people. His opposition was the devil, and the devil has to do with codependency and addiction. The final outcome was the Page of Swords, Archangel Michael. I forget what the hope and fear is. We're going to do another quick throw on it, but basically, what I saw when I look at cards, and I will often get pulled, the card will trigger a remote. That's basically how HCRV practitioners use cards. We are trained. I've read the same books that everybody else has. But this is different. This is where it triggers something inside yourself that opens a door into a remote. So what I saw in that instance was I saw a man that had such a severe drinking problem that he was not functioning. There's such a thing as a functioning alcoholic. And then there's the point at which they tip. And we talk about madmen, the whole phenomenon of madmen. Well, this is a guy straight out of Mad Men. And the point at which the madmen are no longer able to take control over their alcoholism, and they're no longer functioning. So what happened with the signal, the publicizing of the attacks in Yemen was that it was the kind of error that happens when you're a noon drunk, when you're drunk by 11. Or when an alcoholic who may decide that they're in control because they only drink in the weekends. And then they decide that they're going to be a little naughty and have one or two drinks on a weekday. And then it starts creeping into the afternoon, the morning, etc. That's what we have with Pete Hedgewith. I'll never know how to say his name. All right, we'll call him Pete. Little Pete, as opposed to the other Pete. Okay, I want to call on white light protection from myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides, our good angels, to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom that is needed to empower all of us on our journeys to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together collectively as a community, we say, Amen. Let's go in. That is the harsh truth of it, is that I see a man who has to go take care of himself. This is somebody who, this kind of dysfunction, you can't come back. Your career can't come back from this kind of dysfunction. The higher ethos or the Constitution is always the winner. Good luck to the Constitution. The Constitution, the geniuses that constructed the Constitution towards a more perfect union, that we will have good presidents, we will have bad presidents. We will have presidents that basically really screw the country up. I mean, this didn't happen with Trump. This started with it was actually Ronald Reagan that began this war on Department of Education, was created by Carter, and was the one that began the tax breaks that eventually would take us into trillions of dollars of debt. So we've been descending towards this journey for a really, really long time. And I don't think any of us should be surprised at where the journey has taken us. I'll be quite honest with you. But realized my mirror wasn't on. My mirror was on. So he's a drunk. He's the king of cups. He's in his cups. This is his first house. The man is a drunk. Unfortunately, the dark aspects of the King of Cups is somebody that cannot handle their emotions. That's the bottom line. His crossing card is his own health is the issue. He's being confronted with a health issue. The man in his cups is being confronted with his health issue. And what is above him, he's going to hand in his resignation probably in the next 3 days. It's the right thing to do. Search your whole soul. It's the decent, he came in the winner. I win. I'm part of a winning team. But this guy's probably out by April. Four of Wands is the April card. We have death there. Does he really want to be subjected to a long, embarrassing investigation that will reveal that he was just drunk? His 7th house, his immediate environment. He's an alcoholic. His opposition, he's in his cups. You'd think that I fixed the deck, right? This is the power of cards. This is an alcoholism card. It's the man in his cups, delusional, particularly when it's associated with the devil. His hope and fear. This man is stubborn and refuses to admit he's got a problem. He knows he has a problem, but that's not the same as acknowledging you have a problem. The final outcome for him, the Emperor comes. Either there he is again, presenting as the King of Wands, the War King, the issue, the conflict with the job, the hope and fear if it's over, and then the final outcome, 9 of Pentacles. He's going to be fine. He's also got the Emperor card there, which is a power card. I think he'll probably be out by April. It's a very good sign that the Emperor comes as the final outcome, because the Emperor is reason, logic, sanity, and good judgment. 9 of Pentacles also. I believe that this individual will leave. I think that he's going to have to get into recovery because he's become toxic. I predict that he'll probably be out by April, if not sooner, based on these cards with the 4 of Wands moving into 6th position. 4 of Wands, of course, being we read wands in my school as months, right? So we're talking about the 4th month comes death. That hope and fear, 4 of Swords in the grave, career. He's going to be fine. He's going to snap out of it, but he must experience what it is to be a pariah when nobody wants to have anything to do with him. All right. Because it's going to encourage him to get help, which is what he ultimately needs to do. Yeah. All right. Blessings to all of you. If you're trying to get in for a reading with me, you can find out all that information below the video. Be kind to all so that all will be kind to you too. God bless. Peace out. Stay strong, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.